my goodness. So hi y'all. I just finished with a long day at my job working at the brewery, which is also a restaurant, and I was gonna make my vlog for this Sunday, for today, something else entirely, and after the day I've had today, I was struck by this wave of inspiration that my video for today needs to be about what it is like working in a restaurant. Because I haven't talked too much about my brewery job or what I do or what it's been like, and usually my days are pretty good, but today has been a literal nightmare of customer service, of people just being so rude and the craziest shenanigans going wrong. So I just wanted to give you a little insight of what it's like working at a restaurant. So I'm first gonna drive home because I need to catch my breath, because right now I'm kind of feel like committing murder in the first degree. Second of all, I need to like clear my head. Third of all, I need to have a snack. Fourth, maybe a shot of tequila, and then I'm gonna continue this vlog. So please stay tuned for what it's like working in a restaurant. If you haven't already, be sure to like this video and subscribe to my channel before you hear me rant about all of my crazy shenanigans today. Subscribe and I'll see you soon. So I got back from my job. I am home. I am in comfy clothes. I put on a sweatshirt and sweatpants so I am comfortable. And in order, before I start ranting about my job and how my day went, I got some necessary reinforcements. So this is gonna be story time. That's good. Okay, this is gonna be story time with Sierra on what it's like working at a restaurant or a brewery or something in the hospitality industry. And if you work at a restaurant, also, if you've ever been a hostess, a server, a bartender, a whatever, please raise a glass with me to this video and comment down below so we can share in our struggles together. Now, I want to do a little disclaimer. I love working with people. Now, not everybody is a people person. Sometimes people are more like, oh, I would prefer to work at a job where I'm doing desk work or computer stuff. Some people would prefer to be working at, I don't know, something with animals, and that's, everyone has their thing. I like working with people, but people can be so rude. They can be so rude and so mean, and for absolutely no reason, like with no explanation. I don't know why. So I hired into this job at this brewery in Burbank that I've been working at, one of my like many jobs. As you guys know, I have like 8,000 jobs. This job, for the most part, I like it. You know, I get to interact with people, like hopefully make their day better. Right now, I'm just a hostess. I eventually am working up to being a server or bartender so I can like make tips and, you know, do whatever. But right now, I'm just a hostess. So I greet people, I take them to their table. I talk about the beers we have. I introduce them to the menu. I talk about whatever, because it's a brewery and a restaurant. And normally I really like it. You know, normally I get to, you know, interact with people, like I said, and help them out and hopefully make their day brighter, because I really enjoy being positive around people and, you know, welcoming and hopefully making their experience better. Now, sometimes people are really nice and really respectful, and sometimes in days like today, people are grade A jerk faces. I try not to swear in my videos, so that's me swearing in my head right there. Let me just think about some of the things that happened today. First of all, we were completely understaffed. And the hosts or hostesses are the ones that like are in charge of the servers, that kind of like, we set server sections and we, you know, organize what families are going to what tables and whatnot. And we didn't have very many servers. We had like 4 extremely large reservations, a party at 20, a party at 15, and a party at 12. And each of my 3 servers each had one of those big parties. I only had 1 server that was taking the whole bar, cocktail, and patio area. And then I had to like try and balance between, everybody wanted to sit on the patio because it was such a nice day today. But then like I only had 1 server out there. And if you've ever worked in a restaurant, you know how this works. And if you don't, well, I'm so excited to enlighten you. When servers or hosts seat people at tables, we don't just pick random arbitrary tables. There's a reason why we take you to that specific table, because there's a thing called server sections. Now, server sections are like, you know, these different sections, and each server is responsible for the tables in that section. Now, there might not even be a server available in a certain section because they already have 6 tables that just put in their order and they're running around. So if you were to seat there, you wouldn't have any service, or it would be really slow. And that's the thing that can be so frustrating when we understaff on days like today, is that there aren't enough servers that are able to go and do stuff. So like, say you have a group of people that sit down, maybe they're sitting and they have a table, but like the servers don't have enough hands or enough time to go and deal with it. So that could be very frustrating to deal with sometimes, because people aren't getting service in a timely manner. So today, though, this had nothing to do with the restaurant. It was just the people that I worked with, because I think the management at my restaurant is good, and I think that, it's a great place to work, but that doesn't change the fact that really rude people come in sometimes. So today, this party of 12 came in, and first of all, they were a party of 12, and then they changed their reservation. They called me and changed the reservation to 30 minutes later, and now we're gonna be 10. And I was like, okay, they're coming in 30 minutes later. And then they show up 15 minutes late without calling to the reservation. And also, can I just say, if you are running late to your reservation, please call the restaurant and let them know. Just please do it. So they didn't call, but they were late, and we had everything set up inside. We had all their waters poured to save time, all the menus, all the silverware set, everything. They come in, and the lady who made the reservation, she looks at me and she goes, it's really loud in here. We'd like to move to the patio. And I only have one server who's doing the patio and the whole bar cocktail area, and I was like, I'm like, being super polite. I'm like, I'm so sorry. Like, we have you already set up in our main dining room. In the reservation request, you did request the main dining room, which was true. You requested the main dining room, and we have our waters and our silverware set up, and our service, so we would really like to be able to serve you inside. And she just looked at me and she goes, no, we want to move to the patio. And so I try again, customer service, like, I understand that, but I'm not sure we're able to accommodate you with the amount of space we have on the patio. And that's server speak for, we won't be able to serve you in a timely manner because we don't have enough servers. When someone says we don't have enough space or whatever, a lot of times it means like, there's another reason why I don't want to seat you there. Not because I'm trying to be difficult, not because I don't want to get you what you want, but because like, I want you to get good service. So, but then she literally just looks at me, and I was like, I'm so sorry, like I don't think we have space out there. She looks at me and she goes, oh, I checked, you do have space. And just looks at me like this. And I, in that moment, was like, okay. So I was like, okay, ma'am, I'm gonna go talk to my manager and I'm gonna see what we can do for you. And I can't guarantee anything, but I'm like, I am about to like commit murder. I need to go and speak to my manager. So I went to my manager and I was like, hey, so this lady's on the patio, blah, blah, blah. And they're like, just put her out there. And I'm like, okay. So we move everything out there and all of that. And then she comes up to the hostess stand later and she was like, by the way, I just wanted to say thank you so much for helping us. Like, that was so nice of you. And I was like, okay, like, I don't know if like that was like really bad sarcasm, or just now that she got what she wanted, she was okay. I don't know. But yeah, so, oh, and then someone else who called me on the phone today, because I answer all the phones too when I'm working, I had 4 families that I needed to see because I was doing hostessing by myself. We only have multiple hosts or hostesses on Friday nights or Saturday nights, and every now and then on a Sunday. We never have doubles during the day or at nights on weekdays. So this lady, I pick up the phone and I'm like, hi, welcome to blah blah, this is Sierra, like, can I put you on a brief hold while I seat some guests? And she literally into the phone, she's like, well, hi Sierra, if you have to put me on hold, don't make it long. And I'm like, okay ma'am, I'll get to you in as timely manner as possible. And I put her on hold and I go to seat the 4 families, and by the time I get back to the phone, she's hung up. So yeah, and I don't understand how you can also just be like, say I was in that situation and I was one of them, I'd be like, hi, like I'm in a big hurry, so if there's any way you could answer this call in a timely manner, I would really appreciate it. And do you know, if she would have said that to me, I probably would have picked up her call and taken it in between a couple of the tables I had to seat, just because I like to, you know, if you're kind to someone, they want to be kind back to you. Lots of huge groups that came in walk-ins that didn't have reservations, and I had certain tables marked out for reservations, and so then I had to see other people in another area that was like further away, that's the less desirable area, and then people would be like, oh, I see a table over there, like why can't we sit there? And I'd be like, oh, I'm so sorry, like I actually have those saved for a reservation, and they'd be like, oh, well, can't the reservation sit over there? Like talking about the section I was gonna put them in. And then I have to essentially be like, I'm so sorry, like this is our preferred section, so we do save that for reservations, but I'd be more than happy to accommodate you here next time if you do make a reservation, because it is a busy evening, blah, blah, blah. And you essentially just have to like always make it sound like they're right and divert every situation away from the drama. And another thing, I'm so sorry if you think I'm being bitchy or ranty right now. I am ranting. And I do like my job, don't get me wrong. I have some great days. I have some days where I work with awesome servers and the managers like give me free food sometimes, and I do enjoy it. But sometimes customers are crazy, and that's just the reality of the situation. You just have to, it is such a good exercise in composure and being eloquent with people and staying very calm and reserved. Another thing that, on a separate subject, that people have commented on some of my previous videos is, how do I manage all the jobs that I have? Because let's say I work at the brewery, I work at Disneyland, I work for an independent event company where I do, you know, superhero parties and princess parties or whatever for an independent event company. I make YouTube videos, I do brand deals, and I'm also pursuing a professional acting career in LA. So, like, I have 3 jobs that schedule me, and then I have like 3 other part-time jobs essentially, if you count acting, YouTube, and brand deal stuff. So it's, you know, I talk about it a lot in a way that it's like, oh, I can handle it, like it's great. Like, you know, when I think about Kari the babysitter from The Incredibles, who's like, you can handle it, who can handle it? And then I'm like, I cannot handle this at all. It's very difficult, and I do get overscheduled. The other day I had to call out of Disney because I got scheduled at the brewery and at Disney the same day, and I couldn't get someone to take my brewery shift, and I couldn't get someone to take my Disney shift, so I had to call out of Disney, and that really sucks because I hate having to call out and like not have someone there for my role. And like, sometimes I'll have to turn down an event with my princess company because I'm working at the brewery, or sometimes I'll have an event with my company, and so I'll have to turn down some kind of YouTube gig, and it's frustrating because I want to be able to do everything, because I want to have enough money, I want to have enough social opportunities, I want to be able to like really do all my jobs well, but sometimes I just like, I get overbooked, and it also can be really stressful. And then I'll have days like this where I, you know, have friends who want me to come out tonight because it's Friday night when I'm recording this, and I just want to sit in my room and drink an entire bottle of wine by myself and just watch Netflix. Don't get me wrong, I am super grateful for all the opportunities that I have and all the jobs that I do have. But in answer to those who were saying like, how do you not get double booked and overscheduled? I do get overbooked, and I do get double scheduled, and I get frustrated. Like, I almost cried at the hostess stand today at my job, and you know, I've had breakdowns in my car crying when I've gotten up at 5 a.m., did a 9-hour shift at Disney, then went straight to a princess party, then drove straight up to LA to like edit a YouTube video, and I feel like I don't have any downtime. So, and then there's also the struggle of feeling like I can't do my LA stuff, like my acting stuff, because I'm so focused on my side jobs. So it definitely is a struggle, and it's not perfect. And sometimes my life looks like, you know, like what I post on my Instagram or whatever, like it's all this shiny, like everything's perfect, and you know, I'm just like perfectly balancing all my jobs, always on the go, and it's like, no, like I'm a real person. I mess up, I get overbooked, I get stressed, I get frustrated. And today was one of those days. If you've made it to the end of this rant, raise a glass, treat yourself to a glass of wine if you are 21. I've actually thought about making a Twitch account and doing some live streaming. So I would love to hear what you have to think about that, if that's something that is interesting to you or not. I actually went to a meeting where Twitch came to Fullscreen, because my network is Fullscreen. If you didn't know that, I'm partnered with them. And Twitch came and talked to us about like us partnering with Twitch to do some live streaming. So if that's something that you would be interested in me doing, please comment down below if you would be interested in watching me live stream, because I've really considered it. All right, that is enough out of me for one video. Thank you for watching. Again, like and subscribe. Check out my social media, which is linked below, and I will see you next week for Sierra Sunday. Have a wonderful evening. Bye-bye.